See, so now we are going to discuss about programming elements of Python. Programming elements of Python. What are the programming elements? I already told you. Programming is for two reasons only. So whenever you are writing the program, whenever you develop one application, it is for two reasons only. One is to store information. One is to store information. Second one is to perform operations on information. One is to store information. Second one is to perform operations on information. How can we store information practically? See, suppose a banking application only I'm taking. I'm creating one program called account program. Account is the program. Okay. Now, every program has two things. First point is data. First one is a data. This one. So where we can store this information. Suppose if I ask, tell me your account details. So what all the details you will tell? Account number, account holder name, balance in account, IFSC code. All these comes under variables. Comes under variables. So in the first thing, whenever you are going to start learning programming, if anyone asks what program consists, program consists first variables. Variables. What is the purpose of variables? Variables are used to store. Variables are used to store information. Used to store information. That is the first step. So second one. So suppose in my account balance is there. Suppose let us take 5,000 balance is there. In account 5,000 balance is there. When the balance will change? Can you change directly? No. When you do any operation on data. Operations. How we do operations? Simply withdraw. I just withdraw 2,000 rupees. So then it will change to 3,000. I just withdraw deposit of 3,000 rupees. So then it will change to 6,000. So if you want to change the information, you have to perform some operations on data. Those operations actually called functions, or we can say methods. Methods in object-oriented programming. Functions are methods, but in Python, two types of programming is there. Functional programming as well as object-oriented programming are used to perform operations on data. So if they ask what are the programming elements, every program consists two things only, variables and methods. Variables are used to store information. Methods are used to perform operations on data. Sir, we will learn logical programming now, where we use logical programming. Right? Like if else blocks, they will teach. For loop, they will teach. Operators, they will teach. And inside the program, we are writing two things only, variables and methods. But where we use all the remaining things. See, suppose, same if I'm writing that program, account program only consider account. Inside this, we are creating that variable. Suppose balance. This is called variable. Variable. If I want to perform deposit operation, for that deposit, we are writing the code. How much amount you want to deposit, that you are assigning to the balance. This is not code exactly. For explanation's sake, I'm writing. To the existing balance, we are adding. This is actually called method. This is actually called method. But this one is what? This one is what? Is a arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operation. For that, you need to learn operators. For example, I just want to withdraw some amount from my account. Withdraw. Will it allow withdraw directly? No. First, it will check the sufficient amount is present or not in the account. Then it will allow to take cash. If not there, directly is giving that error is a low balance. So here, how many concepts you are using? Here, conditions writing, relational and logical operators, and this one, just now you told, it's an if-else block. If-else block. So one point, why we are learning logical programming? Why we are learning logical programming? Because if you want to perform any operation inside the method, we use logical programming only. Right here it is operators, conditional statements, if block, if else block, if else if block. And for printing all the account details, loops, for loop, while loop, all these things we use. That's why we should learn logical programs also. So once again, every program consists variables and methods. But inside the method, we are writing the logic. For that logic, we need to learn logical programming also. We need to write logical programming also. That is the simple way of writing the things.